I want to let go of my past conditionings, which was in my upbringing. I was very suppressed to my voice because I'm the youngest, and being the youngest, you don't have much to say, apparently. However, in this now, I feel like, you know what, I want to be able to voice my voice when it's needed and to express my needs and who I am without feeling any fear of people leaving me or reacting negatively towards the truth of me. Because if they do react that way, then clearly we're not compatible, and you know that's okay, because that's a part of meeting people. You discover, you chat. Yes, it does get tiring or it can get painful, but the fact that the people that you're really willing to have in your life, you will pass all these communication boundaries and barriers. What I discovered with the people you meet, they are going to have different styles of communication, and it's really about you, how much you care about them, how much you love them, and how much you want them in your life, to put the effort in to go through these barriers of language. And once you do get through these barriers of language, and then finally coming into a so that's what you meant or said or is, that's when I feel the connection really entwines into this peace and harmony. But before any relation getting to that point, after the honeymoon stage of the relation, you get to that point of friction and conflict, because at this point it's kind of like trying to understand and accept each other's highs and lows, darkness and light, habits and traits. This is the point of really getting to know, and there is gonna be a lot of like conflict or complexion or misunderstandings, because it's like what. But as soon as you hold that patience and you hold that space and trust with one another to allow each other to finally entwine in the whole harmony of a relationship, that's when the stability comes. I'm sharing this to you, my friend. If you're really struggling to find balance and peace with whomever you're trying to communicate with, it's really about, first, see how much they actually care about you or want in your life to go through this complicated part with you, rather than running away and disappearing on you, ghosting you, pushing you away, however you feel like they are reacting to that situation of a lot of conflicts. Not a lot of people stay nowadays because how accessible it is to our social media. We can easily find new friends and click, all these dating app, all these meeting app, going out to parties. We're in this great accessible in socialism, and being so greatly open and available to anything, basically, we in our head is thinking like there's a lot of other options and there is easier options, and so we chase after always the easy and then replace when it gets too hard and replace when it is too much and whatever it may be. And that's why there's no consistency within a stability of a relationship, of a long-term relationship, especially now more than ever. We've been conditioned to be obsessed with our devices, obsessed with technology, that when it comes to our social dynamic, we're more comfortable online. We feel like, yeah, you know, that's okay, it's fine, like now there's someone else gonna replace, and constantly a new relation. At the end of the day, when you sit back and realize, wait a moment, who are my real friends? Everyone are all temporary. If something terrible happens within your life, the people that reaches out to support you, comfort you, they really care about you. Or the moments where you become really silent and you somewhat disappear, and then the people that reaches out and be like, hey, are you okay? They're also the people that cares about you, because they're thinking of you and wants to put the effort in to check up on you. And a part of having a really good relationship is checking up on each other. As busy as life can get, when you have someone you care about, the amount of checking up and effort really displays how much you care about them. Because of our temporary mindset right now, very easily replaced and easily dispose of things because of how much access we have to resources, this caused us to cope in a lot of stimulation. We now feel sad, we just lost a friend, but it's okay, we'll replace it with this other person that's come along. On top of that, I'm going to stimulate me with something else: movies, drugs, food, shopping, whatever it is, whatever that stimulation is for that individual. It's then putting us into a spiral of these illusions of contentment and happiness. But the truth is, when you take a step back and realize the biggest picture, that this is happening, this is what's happening within your life and the pattern you're living, you then be like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, oh no. And when you realize this aspect, you kind of feel really shocked and silly about yourself and how you were thinking, because it's kind of like, oh, I was just so not, wow, it's been so obvious, but somehow I've been blind. And for me, that's like a big, great awakening to the Matrix. Now, with this conscious choice, in the shock, you could either spiral even more to this depressive state where you're like, wow, what's the meaning of life? Why? Or find yourself wanting to change aspects within your life and to bring yourself in the true happiness of being. And when you discover that for yourself, whatever it may be, that's when you start to enrich your life and build up your way of being. And when you are inside good and everything is peaceful and balanced, and you're in the knowing of your intuitiveness, that's when you start to then get everything you've manifested. Because in that state of joy and happiness, you feel it within yourself. Then your subconscious also experiences this. And when your subconscious feels all this, it then manifests into reality. And that's why our mind, our emotions, all connected, is so powerful for each individual to gain their inner knowing and the truth to their experience. So that's been my discovery of wisdom this week, my friends. And I also would like to add, thank you so much for your support. Since my previous videos, I've gained 6 subscribers in 10 days, and that, for me, that is a lot. That is a lot for it within 10 days. So thank you so much for subscribing. And I would like to add within this video, because if this doesn't happen in the future of my career, when it gets bigger and more successful, then you can hold this video against me to say that, Moon, you didn't keep your word. And for me, it's all about being truthful and honest to everything that I'm truthfully saying and being, because I take accountability to everything that I'm sharing. Let's say, hypothetically, my channel hits 1 million subscribers. Within this 1 million subscribers, I want to be investing into a space for the collective that can find their expressions, find their comfort, and also discover their inner child. I want to bring joy within this world. If you haven't realized yet, I have been making the music for each of my videos since I got my laptop. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.